What up? What up? What up? Another week. Nick Alberici here. Week 5 NFL picks and predictions. And what do you know? Finally in the win column. It finally happened. It was not pretty, but hey, you know what? A win's a win. I mean, that's the way I look at it. So, I'm happy. That's got a smile on my face. We should at least be 3-1 right now, at least. But hey, at least we're not one of the last or winless teams. So I'm happy for it. This is actually my favorite Viking shirt too. It's just awesome, Skull Vikings. So, you know, I'll talk about that in a little bit when we get to the games. But week 5 NFL picks and predictions. Week 5. Happy October. Happy postseason baseball. Tonight's the first game. Games actually. You got Phillies game 1. Well, I'm gonna post this tomorrow, Wednesday, and people are gonna say, "Oh, well, the Phillies game already happened." Well, just filming it today just to get it over with for the weekend. I'll upload it tomorrow for everybody. So, let's get into it. So here we go. Thursday night football. Bears Commanders. What a preview of a NFC Championship game. Commanders are 6. Over under 44.5. The Bears, I don't know if that was a choke fest. I actually thought they were going to blow it because it's the Bears. And the Commanders looked really well against the Eagles last week. They should have went for 2 for the win, though. That was bad coaching by Rivera. I would have easily went for 2 and just finished that shit up. You finish that up right there. I think they would have gotten the 2 too. You win in Philly, but still it's stupid. But they'll bounce back here at home. The Commanders. It's hard to pick the Bears at all. Especially after last week. I don't know if I'll be able to pick them again this year. It depends. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shit fest of a game, but I think the Commanders easily win this game by 2 touchdowns. I think Commanders really they pull away from them. I think it's gonna be a 30-17 type of game, like how last week's Thursday night game was. The Giants were expected to be shit, so the 49ers pulled away. So, give me the Commanders. Then we have another London International Series game. Jaguars, Bills, Buffalo 6.5, over under 48.5. I like the Bills here for sure. Although, I mean, the Jags have a lot of good team bonding. They're out there for 2 straight weeks, which is actually crazy. But unfortunately for them and their fans to leave there 1-1. But the Bills, man, I don't know how you can pick against them right now. They've been just fucking shellacking everybody. They lose the week 1 game to the Jets. They look like shit, and all of a sudden 3 straight wins. So and now my thought process will be 4 straight wins. I think the Bills win this game at 24-21. I still think it's gonna be a close game. I think if this game was actually in Buffalo, I think the Bills will win by more, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer because it's in London. And you expect a good game for these 2 teams like that. So, give me the Bills. Here's a tough game to choose. Texans at Falcons. Atlanta's 2, over under 41.5. This is the toughest game to choose, I think, so far this year, to be honest with you. It's just tough because Atlanta, the first 2 games, they looked good. And the last 2 games, they looked like complete hot garbage. So it's like, I don't really know over here who to pick. It's really tough. It's really tough. I mean, it's really tough. I mean, I'm going to take Houston because I like their defense. I like Stroud right now. And Atlanta is coming back all the way from that long trip, so they're going to be exhausted. I think Houston squeaks it out here on the road. I really do. I think Houston's look better than what everybody thought they were. Nobody expected them at 2-2 after 4 weeks. Everybody probably had maybe one win or 0-4. And I don't think 2-2. I think it's going to be a close game because both of these teams are kind of evenly matched. I'm going to say 26-21 Houston. Yeah, it's going to come down to the last drive. It's that type of game with these two teams. Last drive affair, and then you go on from there. So then we got the Lions. Sorry about that. Lions home against the Panthers. Detroit is 9. Over-under is 45. Yeah, another game here for the Lions should be able to win. Panthers played as well last week, but their defense kind of carried them because we didn't hold them to any points on offense, which is actually surprising that the Vikings defense did that. But the Lions are well prepared for them. There's really no there's really no preparation. All you got to stop here is Thielen, to be honest. The rest of that team. I think the Lions win 34-17. Yeah, they just dominated Green Bay 34-20, so 24-17. That's fine. Another weird game to choose. Titans, Colts, and Indy. Indy's 1. Over-under is 42.5. I like the Colts, though, because they're home. That's the only reason why. And they just came off that bad loss. And the Titans came off that impressive win against Cincinnati. Division game, it's home. That's why you can pick the Colts. 24-22. We're going to get that weird score. That weird 2-point. And I'm going to do a bold-ass prediction because I haven't really done bold predictions on yet this year. Bold-ass. Tennessee goes for a game-winning field goal. I don't know, 40, 50 yards. And they miss it. Colts win. Colts survive almost two tough, heartbreaking losses 2 weeks in a row. They survive. Tennessee misses a field goal. Colts win. That's you gotta go bold. So next game, lock of the week. Here we go. Dolphins home against the Giants. Miami's 11, over-under is 50. The Giants last night looked like complete shit. I don't know Barkley, but Daniel Jones is horrible. If I was a Giants fan, that organization better hate the Vikings ex-defensive coordinator, Ed Donatel, because you know what? He made them pay Daniel Jones that money, but that performance he put in the wild card game, so we single-handedly ruined the Giants franchise. But I think the Dolphins here easily put up 40 points. I don't see why not. Easily. Come on. If they did that on the Broncos, I think it's going to be like a 45-14 type of game. I think it's going to be a blowout. The Giants, if Barkley was playing, it'd be a little bit closer, I think. But an absolute blowout. I just think Miami's coming off a loss too. So what's that tell you? Yeah. So Miami big time there. Saints at Patriots, over-under is 1.5. New England. Patriots are 1.5. Over-under is 40. I like the Patriots. I don't know who's starting though. I just think the Saints right now they're just so bad. Like I don't know if their car's all banged up or they're just that bad. They blew one the week before and they lose. Did they even score a touchdown this week? Or was it all field goals? It was 23-9. So the Patriots, is Zappe starting? Is Mac Jones starting? I'll ride out Mac Jones again because Dallas' D is going to eat you up. Especially at home. So, if I was Belichick, I'd give him one more chance. If you can't beat the Saints at home, then they think to turn to Zappe. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, though, like a 20-17 3-point win for the Patriots. Yeah, so it's another tough game to choose, though, because the spread's only 1.5. Baltimore at Pitt. The Ravens are 3.5 over the Steelers. 38 is the over-under. I like the Ravens here. The Steelers really disappointed me last week. I was expecting a better game out of them. And they just looked lost completely. There's like no energy out there last week. It didn't seem to be. I like the Ravens in a 10-point win, 24-14. I think the Steelers continue to struggle on offense, but their defense holds Baltimore, and you know what I mean. So that's the type of game. You know what I mean. The Baltimore's going to struggle, but they'll still end up winning. Yeah, and then Baltimore will be 4-1. 4:00 window. Eagles at Rams. Eagles are 4.5. Over-under is 50.5. Man, when are the Eagles going to play their best football? They played 4 games so far, 4-0. Have impressed. They're not winning like the Niners are. Like, see what I'm saying? They're playing like the Vikings did last year. The Vikings didn't play their best ball, and they've won one-score games. Well, the Eagles are doing just that, basically. But they should win this game. The Rams could be a trap game. Could be a trap cross-country, Could be a little bit of a trap game, but I think the Eagles do squeak it on one out. I'm going to say a 27-23. I just think, it's that weird game, but the Eagles should hang on. But, if the Rams won this game, I would say, because the Eagles are playing bad. The Eagles need that convincing win for me to say, you know what? All right, they need that win like a 31-10, just blow them the fuck out type deal. I'm waiting for it. I mean, they might get it against the Giants, but I don't see it happening this week. So, we'll see. Bengals, Cardinals, Cincinnati's 3 over-under is 44.5. Man, if Cincinnati was playing good football, this spread would probably be 8. I do expect them to win, though, because Arizona, I think it's going to be closer to what most people might think. I think it's going to be a 21-16 type of game. I think the Bengals, I'm probably going to be wrong on this, but the Bengals, how they're playing right now, can't say they're going to win 34-16. Like, they're not playing like how, like, again, San Fran is. You know what I mean? They're not pulling themselves away. They're just playing like garbage. They're playing equivalent to Arizona, but they should win this game. If they don't win this game, man, pack it up, because you ain't winning their division. They have to win. It's a big game for them. They have to win. Jets, Broncos, Denver's 2, over-under is 43.5. Another tough one, but I'm feeling Denver in this game. They're home. Big win last week. The Jets, they played well last week, but I just think it's Zach Wilson. He's hard to trust. Dalvin Cook only has like 80 yards in 4 games. Wow. But their defense could keep them in it, but I think Denver's just going to do enough to win. Just going to do enough. Another tight game at 23-20, Denver. Jets lost that score last week, 23-20, but I think another 23-20. I just think that it's going to be back and forth, but then Denver's finally going to get that late field goal or something, and that'll be it, because the Jets offense. Excuse me. Next game, 425. Chiefs, Vikings. Kansas City is 5. Over-under is 53. High scoring. All right, so I don't know about anybody else, but I'm kind of tired of this Taylor Swift bullshit. She comes to the games. Dude, 2-0 is the Swifties. I'm actually tired of it already. But Byron Murphy, Vikings corner, wants to shut it up. So, can they do that? The defense plays like they did last week. They could do it. Kansas City's a beatable team, man. All you got to stop is Kelsey. They haven't looked right. Like, they're another team. Like, them and the Eagles right now, like, them and the Eagles, well, Cincinnati's 1-3, but them and the Eagles right now, if I said who would win, I would say, no, give me the tie right now. They play the week before Thanksgiving. Obviously, by then, it's weeks away, but I would say, you know what I mean? But, like, the Chiefs have not looked that team. It's just weird. They squashed the Bears. I mean, shit. I mean, and 11 napkins on the field could squash the Bears. I mean, it's that bad. But this game, here's what I'm going to do right here. If this game is in Kansas City, the spread would be 10. This line was 5.5. It's going to change throughout the week. Vikings need a win at home in front of their fans. They need a win. And I know it's the Jim Nantz and Tony Romo effect because every time we play on their network, we don't play well. But even if I wasn't a Vikings fan, I would take the Vikings here. Just because Mahomes hasn't played in a hostile environment like that. Think about it. He's never been to Seattle, I don't think, in his career. He's never been to... I don't think he's been to New Orleans. I don't think so. Maybe once, I think. Think about I don't think he's been in Dallas. I think the Dallas has been there. Think about all the hostile environments he's been home for. Tough test going to Minnesota with that crowd. And they're coming off our first win. The Vikings are going to be loose. So, I'm going to say, if I'd be surprised if Kansas City won, no. I mean, on paper, they're expected to win. But if we win this game, Vikings how big this is because we got the Bears coming up after this. So give me the Vikes. I'm feeling it. 30-27 Vikings upset. It's gonna be that type of game. Mahomes gets the ball back, tries a 2-minute drill, throws a pick to end it, and it's gonna be not Harrison Smith who had a big game last week. It's gonna be like somebody like Cameron Bynum or other safety or something. Kelsey's gonna coming on a route, something on Mahomes overthrow him, like his dumb passes he does. Bynum picks it off, game over. And then if a win like that is huge. But that's the upset right there. It's not really an upset because both teams, Vikings, if the Vikings were 3-1 right now, this game would be probably a 2 points, 2.1.5 type thing. That line is a little bit weird. How's that? They're 5 and the Vikings are better than that. So Cowboys 49ers, Sunday Night Football. 49ers are 4, over-under 45. Should be an excellent game. Excellent. But I like the Niners at home because they're home. I'm going to say a 27-20. I feel like the 49ers own Dallas. I mean, every time they play them, the Niners beat them. I just think, I like this. McCaffrey right now is probably Offensive Player of the Year as of right now. You need him to cool down a little bit in JJ, but, if he doesn't get it, I wouldn't mind seeing McCaffrey get it after all the injuries he's been showing stuff. It's either McCaffrey or JJ it's going to be. Tyreek Hill, at least third, but give me the Niners. And in Monday Night Football, Packers at Raiders. Green Bay's 2, over-under 44.5. A little bit of a Devontae Adams revenge game here. Garoppolo's going to be back. The Packers, they're hard to say right now. I don't know how they're favorites. I'm going to take the Raiders at home. Green Bay's severely overrated. I don't understand it. Is God their quarterback? And, is God wearing a Green Bay jersey, but, they're just saying it's Jordan Love in there? And then, he cut his hair. It's just weird that everybody thinks Green Bay is good, dude, because they're not. They're not. I think the Raiders win this game at 28-21. It's gonna be 28-21. It's gonna be a 7-point game. I don't know, but it's 28-21 is where I'm gonna go with. Garoppolo just finds those ways to win. You know what I mean? Or a 1-score game, he just finds those ways to just do it. It's really strange, but whatever. Then teams on a bye, first of the byes. We have the Browns, the Chargers, the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers. So that is it. Week 5. What's next week's Thursday night game? Broncos, Chiefs. Okay. Kansas City could be looking ahead too. Division game at home. We'll see. We'll see about it. we shall see. So, yep. So there you have it. Week 5. I hope everybody enjoys the week again. Enjoy your playoff baseballs. Next video I do, this series will be over, but everybody's Phillies should beat the Marlins, but don't be surprised if the Marlins win the series. I wouldn't be shocked because the Marlins are pretty decent, but winner goes past, has to go to play Atlanta. I don't see Atlanta losing, so we'll see. Last year I was wrong, and but Acuna's on a different level this year, so we'll see. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, Skol Vikes. All right, see you guys.